I think that we're getting towards the end of the story in Dredge. So let's go ahead, jump in, and see how it goes. Right, and I did end up heading over here to this area because I got caught out at night doing some fishing over here, and this was the closest port where I could get away without getting toasted. So we're going to go ahead and bump up on haste. And oh, that's another thing. I ended up, do I have it in, yeah, I have it here. So I picked up this map. The other piece of this map. I found it when I was dredging some, going around and looking to dredge some materials to upgrade stuff. So we should be able to compare this to the map that we have and kind of get an idea on where the treasure is going to be. So, any similarities? Kind of this area, maybe? And is there a compass on the map? There is not. So maybe somewhere down here. Yes, let's go ahead and head out that way and see if we can pick that up. What am I looking for? You. And we also need to pick up something that will allow us to fish volcanic, I think, to get anything done around in that new area. There's our fishy friend. And I'm going to try not to burn out the boat motors like I've done a couple of times. Where is... there it is. Alright, so we can go ahead and sell this. That'll get us some more funds just in case. And we will go ahead and sleep. Get rid of some of that insanity. Now, I also wanted to check... we do have another message. Close now. Nobody knows. Does he know? Desecrated temple, forgive me. The only way he might understand. Must help him. Must stop him. That's not ominous at all. So, rare fish. Oarfish, gulper ear, eel, Goliath tigerfish, and a coelacanth. And these we have to turn into the traveling merchant, which is the lady that we run into here. So I kind of want to say... Oh, I also got another boat upgrade. Well, a couple of boat upgrades. Since I had the materials for them, I figured I would just get the money for them and throw all that in. Probably not going to get the boat fully upgraded before we hit endgame, but that's fine. I think that this is definitely a game that'll be coming back to, because I kind of want to try and catch all the fish and the aberrations and all that fun stuff. Alright, so we have a gulper eel. Now, can we go to any traveling merchant? Or I think that we picked this up at the traveling merchant station that was at Twisted Strand. So we might have to go back to that particular one. That's great news. I'll add it to my records. Here, take this. I'm sure you'll find some use for it. Oh, so she doesn't actually take the fish. What about the other fish? I haven't found it yet. What beautiful crystalline water. It's a shame I can't take my boat too much further in. I've run aground on the coral a few times. Have you checked out the abandoned resort to the east? It's pretty impressive. There's probably some decent salvage to be had there. It's kind of amazing how quickly it all falls to ruin without people around to maintain it. In a few years, these pontoons will probably go the same way. That's just the way of things, I guess. Nope. Dang, that guy goes for a lot. And we're going to throw the research parts into something before I lose those. Undock, and off we go. It looks like there's something in the water over here. Lying just beneath the surface of the water is a floating chest, held down by a chain that disappears into the deep. Oh, wow. Methinks this is the treasure. Yep, and it's right about where the marker was on the map. Cool beans. I have room for one board. And we're going to hop back over to here. Because we have treasure to sell, we can throw some stuff into storage. And we can drop this stuff off, throw the map back into storage. Might as well get some fish while we're out. A little something to sell back to the fishmonger there. Okay, send all of you to storage. That's fine. It works. Go to the dry dock. Right, and do we have enough to pick up the volcanic rod? So that's coastal, shallow, and mangrove. You are coastal and shallow. So we should be able to uninstall you, put you to storage. Abyssal and hadal. You're oceanic, mangrove, and shallow. And we got an achievement for that, Swift Reaper. So coastal, shallow, abyssal, hadal, volcanic, mangrove, dredge. Is that everything? We don't have oceanic. Which I would need this one for. So we don't really have room for oceanic currently. That's fine. Sleep for a good long while. Oh, we also needed to talk to the lighthouse keeper. The mayor mentioned chatting with her. The old mayor, not the new one. So let's go ahead and do that while we're here. What is it? She shudders at the very mention of the book. You're really asking me, after all this time, you know it must be returned. She looks at you with deep pity. You have to move on, for her sake as well as yours. Take control. Be rid of that thing once and for all. So she seems to be saying as well that the book needs to go back. That seems to be the general consensus of everyone, that the book is a danger and needs to be returned to wherever it came from. I have a cat hair under my mouse, apparently. Yep. Biggest detriment to PC gamers everywhere is having felines that enjoy getting fur under the mouse. Or eating cords. I had to get a new pair of headphones, not super recently, but a bit ago. A, because one of the ear cover things was falling off, and B, because one of the cats decided to chew through part of the cord. And that is always a fun time. A small structure sits on the island. Nearby is an abandoned campfire. An old stone structure is built around a statue. The statue has its arms raised towards the lighthouse at Devil's Spine. Whether it gestures in fear or praise, you cannot tell. The campfire itself is unremarkable, but you wonder who would choose an island such as this to make camp. That certainly does raise some questions. Fabric seems to be one of the hardest materials to find in this game. So definitely going to take the chance to pick it up. Oh, hello. Whenever we stumble across a spot of it. The red makes this place very spooky. Well, we don't really need space to hold nets currently. More cargo spaces would be nice. You don't need any. You don't need any. I don't know if I like that noise that I'm hearing in the background. No, I need shipyard. What are you selling? I'll take some explosives. Take the research parts. Because you never know when some more explosives might come in handy. I don't think those red fish there will do particularly nice things. A stone tablet. Oh, that's a big fish. This is probably a bad idea. Holy crap, that's a big fish. But that is the coelacanth that we needed for the, another one of this person, the traveling merchants things. That's great news. I'll add it to my records. Here, take this. Totally will take this. Oarfish has long and fragile bodies off of Gale Cliffs. Murky, swampy waters using shade trees as cover. Some kind of ancient civilization must have lived here. Judging by the state of the buildings, things didn't go so well for them. I can't imagine they built all this around an active volcano, so the volcano must have become active sometime after they founded their city. I'd guess that the volcano caused them to leave, or wipe them out, one way or another. All in all, it's a pretty inhospitable place. I'm not really sure why I come here. Is there anything else you want to talk about? Nope. Repair the boat. Yep. Now rest till morning. And see if by resting she restocked the explosives, because it looks like there's a few other places that we can... There's something shiny there. Two stone tablets. That looks like it would be scrap metal. That looks like fabric. Oh, this isn't going to end well. When all else fails. But since we're here, we can talk to the trader person about these. Because I'm kind of curious. The trader takes the stone tablet from you and inspects it closely, turning it over in his hands. Remarkable, yes. I do believe this is a fragment of a larger arrangement. He reaches up to a high shelf and brings down a similar-looking stone, albeit one covered with much more dust. Some years ago, I acquired this other piece. You found this in those ruins near Devil's Spine, didn't you? Ah, well, I suspect there will be more out there. I'll hold on to this for now and study it further while you search for the other fragments. Oh, you've got another? Wonderful. Please, let me see. The trader takes the stone tablet from you and lays it on the table next to the others. Judging by the age of the stone and the shape of the glyph, these are part of the same set. I'll keep this for now until you come across any others. It looks like they joined together to form a square, so hopefully there's just one more to find. In the meantime, do you have any trinkets for me to appraise? Nope. I don't believe so. So one more to find. And we'll need to do some fishing as well, because I might need to pick up some more explosives. I think that those might come in handy to outrun those fish with the cooldown on the banish being what it is. And I don't know if having it night would be a help or a hindrance. Would probably help keep me from running into things. That's creepy. First of June. Yesterday was the reading of his mother's will. Most of the remaining estate went directly to him, of course, but to my surprise she bequeathed me her pocket watch. Curious. I'm not fond of the thing, but I know that taking it will mean a lot to him. I cannot help but feel it is some veiled jab at me from beyond the grave. She was the type to do such a thing. Was I late on some occasion? I cannot recall. Find more tablets. So we still need an oarfish and Goliath tigerfish, but those are kind of other places. And we need to find the watch here in Devil's Spine. I don't really want to go into the ruins at night with visibility so low. If we end up having to go somewhere quickly. And I had found another shrine over here that requires 2 aberrations. Now the question is, where is it? It's a lot easier to see at night. There it is. So now we just have to get over there. Oh, does it really need those particular ones? Sigh. Oh well. Two pale bottom dwellers hiding from their fate. Oh, does this not require two aberrations then? I thought that it did. Ow. Go back to your home. Stop following me. There you go. Good fishy fishies. And we've got 2 hits of damage. Hello? What are you? 2 heavily plated creatures locked in battle. So are there multiple shrines around here? Interesting. I thought that it had mentioned that that one needed 2 aberrations at first. Exit, go to fish market. Nope, no, I don't want to sell all. Oh, crap. I hit the wrong button! That's fine. We can catch another one. And apparently we need to run some crab pots out here too. Which are going to need some repairs. Most of the stuff that we've been catching crab-wise has been pretty shallow. So there's a shark. which is one of the ones that we needed. The rays were here. Or skates, rather. Not rays. Not gonna lie, it's a little nerve-wracking going through these tunnels. Well, not so much tunnels as passageways. The rock splits with an almighty crack. It crumbles away, revealing its core. Ooh. Oh, go away. Mean old fish chasing me around. Ah! Oh! Okay, so leading them over those vents... Huh. Gotcha. Stone hums quietly, sending ripples through the air around it. Faint shapes dance upon its surface, vanishing before your eyes can focus on them. Cold stone does not respond to your touch. So, same response as it has been. A man meets you as you dock, bracing himself against the wind and spray. "Oh, rapturous day! A fresh disciple carried to me atop the waves. Come ashore, weak thing, and rest your weary soul." "Nonsense! Your arrival is providence from the deep itself. I have been calling, and now you are the answer. The rite of purification is almost at hand, and you are to be my replacement. Your trial begins immediately. Tell me, what does your spirit seek?" I don't know, happiness, I guess? Ha! Merely an excuse to halt the search for something greater. Happiness is, by definition, a compromise. And your flesh, what does it crave? And yet it eludes you. Darkness is cast over the rest of your days. Finally, what does the world deserve? I don't know. In a way, it deserves all that it is washed ashore, freely given from the deep, but no more than that. The trial is concluded. You still have much to learn, but that knowledge will be delivered to you in time. Now, your role as my initiate is to act as herald of the purge, just as I was for the one before me. The nearby spires blaze with eternal fire, yet the stone hearths of these 3 idols lie barren and void. Retrieve 3 fathomless flames from the crags behind us and ignite the crucibles. Visit the shrines of the deep. I will mark them. They will offer further guidance. I must provide no more. The statue holds a stone crucible. It is empty. A cold flame roars in the statue's hands. The stone columns of the temple are carved with ancient pictures and texts. Which carving do you want to look at? The carving shows a swarm of small fish surrounding a boat. The ravenous children, alone they are nothing. Together they summon her. Beneath these words, somebody has added a crudely sketched note. Do not let them grip you. Burn them away. The stone columns of the temple. The carving is of a large fish with crossed-out eyes. The unseeing mother. When the starving cannot eat, she approaches. Beneath these words, somebody has added a crudely scratched note. Blind but can hear her children. Avoid at all costs. The carving shows a bubbling underwater vent. The breath of salvation. It burns those that mean harm. Only the pure remain. Beneath those words, somebody has added a crudely scratched note. Protection. Follow the magma. Find them. Relics, you say? Perhaps. One such as this. He pulls an antique pocket watch from inside his robe. Droplets of sea spray crackle and seethe in the air around it. You are drawn to it too, I see. It found me during my rite of proving as I scavenged for creatures of power. It sapped at my spirit when I first recovered it, but I came to appreciate its strange nourishment with time. As will you. When the rite is prepared, it will be yours to carry forth. I found it. At the end of my other life, it washed ashore as all great gifts do. It took some time for me to decipher the ruins. It speaks of an incomprehensible door. And those wretched, twisted fish that swam through, their flesh is the closest thing to a key. There are pretenders, failures that make a mockery of the deep. I tried correcting their ways. But I soon saw that they had lost the path. I left them to their ceaseless hunger. I can see that, but we cannot proceed in darkness. All 3 must be lit. Okie dokie then. Now that I have another mission, not entirely sure why I'm collecting stuff, but you never know what upgrades might come in handy, I guess. Ah! Especially if we're going to be attempting to outrun Mother. Okay, gonna drop this stuff off in storage, check the crab pots, and then see where the other shrines are. To storage. Fish market. That's kind of cool looking. And volcano snails are actually a thing. I don't know if for sure if that's what they're called, but there is a deep sea snail that is found in like the hydrothermal trenches and everything that creates its shell out of like an iron. What is it, like an iron type thing? Anyway, they're pretty cool. Is this a shrine that I've been to already? I think so, because I think that that one was... Yeah, this is one that I've completed. So here and back here. Ow. Oh, my poor volcano snail. Ah, a stone shrine. An upright slab bears a carving. Two malformed fish writhing under the sun. Okay, so this one is the one that I had found that needed the two aberrant fishies. Okay, so that means that the one that needs these two is going to be this one. The rock splits with an almighty crack. It crumbles away, revealing its core. Oh, and it seems like good timing. We're getting a storm coming in. Alright, we will rest. I don't know if one can lose the Fathomless Flames, but I'm going to go ahead and drop this one off just to be on the safe side. I forgot to repair my boat. A frilled shark. That's not one of the fish that we needed for... I don't think I'm asking for much. I just need 2 aberrant fish. Nope. There's one. Alright, so... it is over here. No, okay, I used the other packed explosive that I had. Why am I trying to go in reverse and do this? Where am I? Somehow I've ended up on the other side. That statue has an eye that is now staring at me. There it is. Okay, now to try to get back to harbor in one piece. Oh, hello game. I don't want to check the crab pot. I wanted to... Wanted to dock. There we go. And we are definitely going to rest. Don't want another one of those, weird... Few more research parts. Might as well. Okay, that's where it was, right back there. Probably shouldn't be that close to exploding stuff. Just... There's the last tablet. So the question is, do I want to fish and try to get that last aberration, or do I want to take this back Well, fish, get that last aberration and risk losing this. I guess I've kind of made the decision. Okay, we're gonna fish one more spot. There is the aberration. Okay, so it's back that way. We have a banish, but I don't trust myself navigating through the waterways at night. It gets a little close. And you can see the lighthouse. Alright, we're gonna go put this aberration in there. Get the last flame unlocked. The rock splits with an almighty crack. It crumbles away, revealing its core. Fishing speed plus 375. I don't know if we're necessarily going to need that. Banish definitely came in handy that time. Oh, I'm not going to have room in here for, or I might not have room in here for the, trinket, the collector's item. So let's go ahead, clean up the crab pots. Why do the crabs have to be so big? Alright, one more trip. That one needed 4. So that one to open up 4, and that one to open up 4. Okay. Last trip. Preparations are complete. The fanatic awaits. What is it? Ah, I can feel it. The chill of the deep touches us now. It's time. Come. You follow him up the steps of the temple. At the top is a black stone altar. Stacked high upon the altar are layers of dark, damp wood. He draws the antique pocket watch from his robe. It sways hypnotically in the breeze. It's almost yours. May it mark the start of your journey, and the end. Still holding the pocket watch in one hand, he clambers atop the pyre and raises his scroll. He begins to chant. He ignores you. The wind picks up, swirling sea spray around the altar. A cold blue flame rises from the sodden wood at his feet. His chanting grows louder. The freezing blaze climbs his legs. His chanting continues, no pain detectable in his voice. He lifts his arms skyward. Seconds later, the inferno engulfs him. It rages for a moment, then abruptly dies away. A cold mist pools around the floor of the temple briefly before the wind sweeps it into the sea. No trace of the fanatic remains. The pyre is cold and damp. You take the pocket watch. It's freezing cold. It vibrates in your palm, clock hands spinning wildly below the cracked face. So we have what I think is the last trinket. We haven't discovered all species, but that's fine. Now, I'm not going to give this to the collector yet, because I want to see what our treasure friend makes of this tablet and what we might have to do with that. The trader takes the stone tablet from you and places it alongside the others. He turns them over and arranges them together in a square. On the undersides of the tablets, new glyphs begin to form, casting an eerie light onto the low ceiling. Yes, go on. He begins transcribing the glyphs onto an old scrap of parchment. Each stroke appears to demand excruciating concentration. After a few minutes, he puts down his pen and reads aloud. When the sky mistakes the stars, and the air grows thick with night, the deep will open its scars. Protect us, O guiding light. I only know of one guiding light, but these tablets predate the lighthouse at Greater Marrow by centuries. The fragments are fused together now. Why don't you take this back? In theory, they should open a lock somewhere. But where? An intriguing mystery. Do let me know if you make any progress. In the meantime, do you have any trinkets? Nope. If they predate the lighthouse at Greater Marrow, the only, old civilization that we've really found is... this area. We haven't been up here. I don't think. So maybe something to do there? Or maybe this island over here? I don't know if we saw, a distinct... lighthouse-like structure. But we'll see if we find one on the horizon. Oh, I just blew up my engine. Oh, there is a lighthouse. Right above the ship mast. At least it looks kind of lighthousey. I should probably get my engine repaired before going in. But am I going to? Apparently not, since haven't yet turned around to go back that way. And running Banish would be better than running Haste here anyway. Less likely to run into something. In the dim light of the cave, you can make out some paintings on both walls. These paintings depict the birth of a civilization. A great beacon of life is shown repelling a tentacled figure emerging from the sea. These paintings depict the fall of a civilization. A volcanic eruption tears through a tall lighthouse. Monstrous shapes devour people as buildings turn to ruin. You climb the many steps leading up to the ancient lighthouse. At its base is a solid stone door. You can't see a handle, but there's a large socket carved into the face of the door. The fused tablet clicks into place, and the door rumbles before sliding aside. You step through the doorway of the ancient lighthouse. The stairway to the top has collapsed. This is as far as you're going to get. Around you are a number of dusty objects. Some of them look valuable. We got a different light. You take everything from the room. Oh, crap. I didn't mean to do that. Alright, so I think that the last thing we have to do is turn this into the collector. But I want to repair the boat first. And might as well sell that treasure stuff. You explain to the trader that you found a use for the fused tablet at the ancient lighthouse in Devil's Spine. It opened a door in that ruined lighthouse. Yes, that makes sense. Well, I hope you found some interesting items for me to take a look at. Now limp over to this port, repair the ship, and then we'll head off for what might be our final confrontation with the collector. So everyone is saying that we need to throw the book back. Which means we need to get the book from the collector. If we want to listen to what everybody else is saying and actually throw it back. And I don't think the collector is going to part with it easily. You climb the broken steps to the old mansion, the waves swelling and crashing against the basalt columns that surround you. You pause before crossing the threshold. It's giving us choices here. I don't know if I trust the collector. What does he want these trinkets for? And messing with the ethereal powers that be does not seem like a good idea. What is it? Which book? This one here. With a wiry grin, he pulls a dusty tome from the nearest shelf and glances at the cover. There's really not much to be said of the histories of the Great Isles. It's quite a chore. Play dumb. Your hypocrisy is wearing. I suppose we must go through this rigmarole yet again. The Book of the Deep appears in his hands, sheathed in its dirty crimson jacket. Go ahead, ask us. Sparkling dust motes hang in the air between you. Don't you remember? You were there. The air around the book begins to pulse rhythmically like a quickening heartbeat. So was she. You wanted to forget, begged me. The room bristles. This is what you asked for. Your words hang in the space between. You won't change a thing. The book is ours. You take a step closer through the crackling room. The collector lurches forward in response. What can you possibly hope to achieve? You strike out with your right fist, punching hard into the jaw of the collector. His face shatters and falls to the ground. Oh! We were the collector. Huh. You're pathetic. The Book of the Deep is in your hands. Understand this plainly before you sink us into despair. I know how to bring her back. It's all right there on the pages, and now you've seen its power firsthand. We wield the power to release her from her slumber. Find her last relic, and we can undo everything. Undo what you did. No, wait, what? It gave us more options there, I think. I am what was fractured from you on that day you dredged the depths. I am what could be. I am your breathless self. Yes, she will rise from the deep. The book describes it. We almost have all the pieces, just one more. So wait, do we actually... So it says that we have the book, but we don't have the book. I wonder what the lighthouse keeper will say. You've had it this whole time, have you not? It doesn't matter. Make the most of this window of lucidity. Now is the time to act. Do you still remember where it happened, in that gloomy darkness behind the bay? When you're ready, I'll point the way. Warning, you are entering the final phase of the game. Your progress will not be saved. Yes. We must wait until night is thickest, until the ocean is at it as it was all those years ago. This time, I'll point the way. Follow my light. Go and do what's right for her. Throw it back. Okay, it goes out that way. That is a very bright light that we now have. I wonder if anything is going to try to stop us on our way out there. This is the place. The book struggles in your grasp, its weight somehow shifting from side to side. Silver ribbons flail pathetically against your fingers. You hold it high above your head. A low groan rumbles from the book, echoed by another from the depths. You throw it into the foaming water. Oof. But the fog has cleared. So we did something good. Maybe? I don't know. That is a lot of playtesters. Alright, but there we go. That is the end of Dredge. And with that being said, we are going to go ahead and going to throw the BRB screen up, quit out of there. All right, see you around, everybody. Bye-bye.